Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host, A.D. Walker. I appreciate you guys rocking and being here, being a part of this. Thank you, thank you, Sid Mitch. Thank you for being always present. And let's see, speaking of, sorry, having some, not really technical, just user error, more me than it. But yeah, thank you for being here. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Let's see. I've been kind of struggling with how to put this topic up, so um, you're probably going to see it change in the various locations as we commence. So let's do this. Let's do this. Make sure you share, tag, let everybody know that the Brothers of Legacy are in the building. Make sure you join our text community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. Let's save that. So today we're talking about is hard work the only road to success? We're going to dig into that. What up, Lisa? Good morning. Good morning, Richard. Hello. 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 But I appreciate you guys for being here, for rocking with us. You could be anywhere watching anything in the world, but you're hanging out with the Brothers of Legacy, and I do not take that for granted. All right, so today is going to be my day. Today is your day. So yeah, so today we're talking about is hard work the only road to success? What plays a part in success? And we're talking. Let's for lack of a better way, maybe I should put financial success because my folks would come on and what do you mean by success? Financial success in the business world, mainly. Let's see how can QB be sacked 9 times yet win the game. Right. Flukes happen. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys for being here, rocking with us, being a part of all that we do. It may be just me. Pastor's running a little behind, but we got to see. He has a meeting. And I might have someone else come through, but we will see. But it may just be me. I've been on this because for the last couple of days, I've been just kind of consuming some videos about success and hard work and what it really means and the correlation. So we're going to kind of dig into that. Hey, Aunt Sam. What's up? Good morning. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that because there's somewhat of a fallacy when it comes to just hard work and success. And sometimes, you listen to the tips of the successful, and though they have certain habits, if you're not focused, if you don't have a plan, then sometimes it's not going to really get you the results you look for. So we're going to dig into that. All right. Let's do what we do. This is your opportunity to share. Make sure you share. Tag somebody. Get someone else in this conversation. I know you talked to somebody about this at some point, and I know I'm in your house with these topics. So get somebody else. Tag somebody. Share it. Put it on the Facebook Messenger. And if you're in our text community, text somebody else like, yo, these guys are about to go down this road that we just talked about. All right. So make sure you do that. Let everybody know that the brothers are in the building. I appreciate you for hanging with us. I appreciate you for coming through. You could be watching anything, doing anything, but you're here with us. And I don't take that for granted. All right. We'll be right back right after this. I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy.
Change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come.
A co-op has to start with ownership.
We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Because this is covenant.
The whole point is this, that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this journey possible, often invested in the
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
Boom. What up, y'all? Back on the scene. Crispy and clean. All right. So today, like I said, we're talking about come on, spliggity splat. That's because I'm hitting the wrong button. It's hard work, the only road to success. Again, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. What's the button I'm looking for? There you go. Join our community. Text LW into 84576. Text LW into 84576. And let us have a conversation. Let's do this. Bam, bam. All right. I had to share that out. Let's go here. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Keita. Good morning. All right. So like I said, today we're talking about is hard work the only road to success, right? And so I was doing some research, studying a couple of topics, things when it comes to hard work success. I, looked up a couple of people, the big names, from the Steve Jobs to the Mark Zuckerberg, just to kind of see some of their history, some of the things that led them to success, right? And it's interesting, some things I'm going to share. Let me get Mark in the building. It's a recipe for success. What's up, Mark?
What's good?
All is well. Learning, training, ask questions, not thinking you know everything, but realize when you accept that you don't know everything, you can grow and get better. Yes, being overly curious. Indeed, my brother. So I actually watched a documentary, which is kind of funny. So I watched a documentary about Activision. Was it Activision? No, Atari. And I realized, and it's Steve Jobs worked for Atari. Did y'all know that? Steve Jobs worked for Atari. Not only that. What up, Dr. Sims in the building? But if you don't, we know the outcome, right? So Steve Jobs worked for Atari, and just a quick note, he was so annoying that they created a third shift at Atari for him. And my man, the CEO, former CEO was like, so we put Steve Jobs over the third shift division, and just as a note, there was no third shift until he came. But he was brilliant, but he was annoying. And that's basically like he always had something to say, always suggestions. It was great, but he just was annoying. So just a note from the wealthy genius section, like
Right.
it's annoying.
Now, that don't work for everybody though. You know that, right?
Right.
That does not work. I wish I would come up in here getting on somebody's nerves. They'd be like, "You ain't got to come back."
Right. You know what?
So,
don't even worry about coming back tomorrow.
Exactly. Like, you know what? You good. Stay home. We'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Keita says yes. I did a college paper on him. Awesome. But what I realized, like a lot of these guys from and the big names, the Elon, the Steve Jobs, the what's his name, Mark Zuckerberg's, Microsoft, what they had a lot of backstory, right? They had a lot of training. Like even Mark Zuckerberg got trained by one of the top level people from Atari back in the day, so he had background, so what they got into was basically focused on what they've been working on. We always talk about the practice before the real game. But it wasn't just hard work. It was just positioned in the right place. So that's the first thing. And we always, of course, Afro Americans, we always know that that old positioning thing is huge. It's huge. You know, we know playing that when you're in the right space, you're connected to the right people. You know, you're more likely to succeed. Now, I'm not saying they didn't work hard. Now, understand me that. Now, understand, I'm not saying they did not work hard, but they were in a specific space to work hard to build something. I looked up, I was like, how long did it take Mark Zuckerberg to actually build the foundation for Facebook? He said 2 weeks.
I don't know. I heard word on the street is that he stole the idea, but
yeah, he did.
But that's neither here nor there. I'm staying.
No. He could, he paid that. So yeah, he basically admitted to stealing it, but it took him 2 weeks after he stole it. So it's, and it wasn't, now keeping it real, it wasn't just him, because even all other big names, there's always a team, and we've talked about the power of teams, on this program as well. But it's always a team. So he had, I think, 3 other guys with him, or 2 other guys, definitely dedicated to coding Facebook. Coming up with the likes, because all of this was not out there. So everything you see now on other people's social media platform are just copied from Facebook, the programs and the coding and all that. But so he built the groundwork, but his hard work was focused hard work. Like you always hear successful people say, you got to get up early. What am I getting up early for? It's nothing wrong with it, but like I watched one video, if you're getting up early and you're scrolling Instagram, you're not really taking advantage of getting up early. You're just up early doing the same things. So let me ask you, let me toss it to you. Do you feel like, is it just hard work, or is it more than that? Because I think it's I don't know. I'm in a different space of looking at like success. And to be clear, like I spoke about earlier, we're talking financial success, because I know everyone, what do you mean by you can be successful? I'm talking about financial success. Let's just
go on to keep that thing real. I'm talking about my 2 houses and my 4 cars. Let's just go and keep that thing 100, bro.
Exactly.
I think I am a part of a generation where, and I'm just gonna speak for myself. I believe in working smarter, not harder. Because my father worked hard, because my mother worked hard, they worked long hours. They were able to send us to college to get a formal education to where I don't have to get out here and do back-breaking labor and work hard. I can work smart. You understand what I'm saying? And I can reach my successes by a different means.
Yes.
I can sit at this desk I'm at now and be successful versus breaking my back. You know what I'm saying? In the warehouse. You know what I'm saying? So my mom and daddy did that for 30 years, man. They worked for Nabisco.
Wow.
And I'm not saying they did back-breaking labor, but they worked in a factory. You know what I'm saying? My pops, bless you, sir. My pops did a little bit of college.
Okay.
He started out at Morris Brown College, did maybe a year, 2, maybe 2 years, maybe. My mother did a little bit. I think she has a semester of business college up under her belt. But other than that, they worked 30 plus years at this factory, and made some smart investments and invested back into the company to get, get their little retirement and things like that. Sent me and my brother to school. Me and my brother, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 6 degrees between me and my brother.
Wow.
6 or 7, I think, something like that. It's 6 or 7 degrees between he and I. He and I work now. We work smarter, not harder. We work hard, or we work diligently. Let me put it that way.
I get you.
We work diligently. But we work with this. And my brother told me, he said, dude, the reason I got 4 degrees is to solidify that I won't have to work with my hands. He's like, I don't want to work with my hands. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to sit down at a desk, at a computer, or in a meeting with a board or something like that, and I can come up with some solutions. How you doing, Pastor?
Hey,
Good
man.
morning. Good morning, sir. How
Good
you all
morning.
doing?
Right, good. He said, I can come up with solutions and answers like that with my mind versus getting out here, breaking our backs. Look at what our grandparents did. Man, our grandparents, by the time we were grown enough to kind of enjoy them,
Right.
they humped over, they leaned over, they broken down because they worked so hard.
Hard. Right.
You know,
Right.
thank God we don't have to do that now. Now, you do
Yeah.
have some people who do work hard. They get up every
Yeah.
morning and they work hard, and God bless them because we need them.
Right. Right.
But
right.
that's not my testimony.
Right.
I don't
Definitely.
break a sweat when I come to work. You feel me?
Right.
I just don't, man. Like, when I'm not tired when I leave work.
Right.
I may be kind of like, oh, I'm over it. Like I'm, you know, but I ain't nobody got to carry me up out of here.
Right.
But when 5 o'clock hit,
Yes, sir.
I grab my bag, I get up out of here. Hey, man, I'm finna go get me something to eat, bro. Like, I mean, you know,
Right.
but that's because my parents and my grandparents worked hard.
Right. Yeah.
Their hard work allows me to work smart. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Like I said, we're talking about hard work. Is hard work the only road to financial success? Maybe I just change that to financial success. So
Yeah, there you go. I like that. Let's qualify it. Let's qualify it.
Yeah. You know, because then they're like, what you mean by success? Success is in the mind. Like, okay, no, I'm talking about financial success.
Right.
So, and because like I said, I've been watching, just studying a lot of different avenues, and sometimes people have programs try to sell you on the track of how they became successful, and a lot of times the connection between the work they did and their success is based on like a meeting, you know, an opportunity. Like not real. Like now you can show preparation. Like this is how I was prepared and positioned, but it's like most people sign up because I want to get what you got, you know, like you know, and of course. I'll say unfortunately, but I get it in their mind like I'm selling it to get to here. This is what you need to do, but it's like, yeah, your line is kind of like this, and then you know, like because for most part, if you study, it's always like a meeting, a brief meeting, a conversation. Because like even what I think it was Mark Zuckerberg, you know, Facebook was like this, like just kind of okay. Until he met, I think it's the dude from MySpace, and he just suggested like, hey, you need to let people put pictures on their posts,
right.
you know, and then that one move took it from here to there, you know, like so it's those meetings, it's those connections, those opportunities. You know, Mark Zuckerberg was like, hey, I could show you guys how to create a social media space and become billionaires, you know, like. But if you think about it, it was the work he put in, but the connections he had. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm kind of highlighting it because we get in this mindset that if I just work hard, I'll become successful. But I think it's more focused attention. And like you said,
be smart.
Right?
Be
like
smart,
you said, Mark, you went to school. You kind of you got through the cheat code. Like I didn't have to pack any boxes because the foundation was laid for me to do something smarter. And even school, for me, you still have to have a plan going into school. You know, like I am a cheerleader for school, but going there with a focus. You know, like I know folks that kind of just go and kind of like, I'm gonna figure it out while paying all this money. You know, and I kind of get it, but I don't know. Like to me, I don't know. The way I look at it, like just having more of a focused purpose. Pastor, welcome. Oh, feel free to jump on in this conversation. Said, I said, no, hard work does not bring financial success. Said, no. Wow. Okay. Why not be a genius and unique, individualistic, broke the mold? Oh, be different. Oh yeah, no doubt. So, what's your take on hard work and financial success?
I guess I'm trying to
See my direction or where I'm going.
Well, no, not. It's just hard work at becoming financially successful.
Yeah. And
Right? I mean, I could work hard and stay broke.
right. Right.
Right? I mean, because hard work does not equate to financial success.
Right.
That spells financial wrong. Let's fix that.
Right?
Yeah.
I think there are so many factors that come into play with financial success. I mean, outside of, because winning the lottery is not financial success. That's winning the lottery.
Mark said, you need to break that down. Go a little deeper on that.
I mean, I understand what he's saying. I just okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand. I mean, what is your definition of financial success?
I guess for me, being able to do what you want to do with your money, and then also your money being able to work for you.
Being able to do what you want to do with your money, or being able to do what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, I think not having to worry about money. That's to me financial success. Not having to.
Okay, I like that. Not having to worry about money. Yeah. Okay. And like you said, being able to do what you want to do with your life. Okay.
Right.
I take that.
Yeah, and I know plenty of people that don't have any worries about money, that don't have much money. I'm saying, so, I mean, what is financial success? I mean, like if we're because somebody's listening and they're saying, hey, Dr. Sims, someone's listening and they're saying, I don't have any financial concerns. My car is paid for.
Right.
My house is paid for. I mean, I don't live in a mansion, but I'm not wanting for anything.
Right.
Right. I mean, you have to ask yourself, what is your version
of
financial success? Because it's relative.
Got you. You're right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I love, where I'm at. I'd love to have more.
Right.
But somebody wants to be where I am.
Right.
If they can get to where I am, they feel like they've achieved success.
Right.
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 Mm-hmm.
But, I could be trying to get where Shaq is.
Right.
And if I don't make that, I may feel like I have failed. I'm working hard to get where Shaq is.
Right. Right.
But I don't play basketball.
Right.
So I got to work harder because I don't play I'm not 7 feet tall.
Yeah, no. And I'm not saying you're going to play basketball, but I'm saying, what about like understanding where Shaq is financially, right? And then
I can't understand where Shaq is financially. I don't speak that financial language.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I mean, we could look up what someone is worth, right? Let's say that, right?
So but here's my point. This is why it's relative. This is exactly what I'm saying, because this is what, like, I love this title. I love the topic because we might help some people today, right? Because I don't speak Shaq's financial language.
Right. You're right.
You know what I mean? Shaq says every time I go to the store, I want to buy something for somebody.
Right.
He's looking for ways to spend money because he can't spend it fast enough.
Right.
I don't speak that language.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Right.
Indeed.
Yeah. So I gotta appreciate the value of where I am because I can compare it to where I was.
Right.
I feel like I've done pretty well.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I also recognize there's opportunity for more.
Right.
But am I trying to get to where Steve Harvey is?
Right.
Steve Harvey says, I'm taking it all with me. I ain't leaving nothing. Go make your own. I'm rich. Y'all ain't rich. Right? What's your goal?
Right.
Is my goal to leave enough for my children to be lazy?
Like, have lots of money is money. All right. So he says having lots of money is money success, although it does not bring a life of success.
Right, Auntie. But today, the conversation is about financial
Financial.
success.
Right.
It wasn't
Right.
about life success.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Those are two different conversations.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So when we're talking about, if we're going to have a conversation about money,
Right.
then you have to ask the question, what is your definition of financial success? Mark
Right.
said to be able to do what I want to do with my money. I said to be able to do what I want to do with my life.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if Mark says I want to be able to do what I want to do with my money, then my question is, what do you want to do?
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
are you able to do that? And if you're not able to do that today, then you have not achieved that level of success yet.
Right.
Right.
Right. But doesn't that also apply to what you want to do with your life? Like I said, if I can't do some sort of activity, if I can't go somewhere, if I can't get involved in something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just yet, then I have not achieved success as far as
So-
with my life, you know.
That's a great question.
Right. Like
When my
I can't
wife
buy
turned
the
50
car.
years old,
Okay.
she wanted to have a big party. You know, she's the kind of person, she celebrates the whole month
Right.
for her birthday, right? She wanted, you know, she loves the idea of going to an island, you know, and having a good time. You know, we went to Aruba once. But what she did was she arranged this party and it had an island theme, like a Hawaiian theme. Brought in these decorations, had like a tiki hut, you know, had a little bar set up and everything, non-alcoholic beverages.
Gotcha.
Of
All y'all
course.
who get ready to call me the devil. But what she did is she brought the island theme to the house,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Right.
And she enjoyed the fellowship with all of her family and friends,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And had a good time.
Mhm.
And then the party was over and we kind of went on to the next thing. She would have rather been on an island,
Gotcha.
but instead she brought the island to her
Right.
and had as much fun as she could have in the comfort of her home with an island theme. What I'm saying is that a failure? When you talk about wanting to do what you want to do with your money or wanting to do what you want to do with your life,
Right.
if you're not able to get to the island,
Mhm.
but you can bring the concept to your home, have you failed or have you achieved the success?
I mean, I've achieved.
I think you achieved it to a degree. Yeah, I think there's always an element of success to improvising.
Right.
You know,
But what
right.
I'm saying is, so during that improvisation, have you succeeded or have you failed because you didn't get on an airplane? What I'm saying is, it's always going to be relative. It's always going to be based on your mindset, how you perceive success and how you perceive failure. And I can't decide that for AD. I can't decide that for you. You know what I mean? So everybody's view is going to be different.
Right.
Right. So if we're going to have this conversation, what is the road to financial success? The road to financial success is consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so my thing is like, you know, like you said, okay, so you define what your financial goal is, right? What's your big hairy financial goal? Like this is like for Mark, like how much money would it take to kind of get to go ahead?
Can I ask Pastor? Let me ask Pastor this, because he said he said winning the lottery is not financial success, but we just said, well, I said being able to do what I want to do with my money. Pastor said being able to do what you want to do with your life. If I win the lotto, if I scratch off a card or play some numbers, and then off top they say, hey, you got $50 million or $100 million, right?
Right.
Once I get that money and I'm able to do what I want to do with that money, and I'm able to do what I want to do with my life,
Right.
does that not constitute success? It did.
You
like
tell
I said,
me.
Well, yeah, you did say it's relative. You did say that, but I guess I think in my mind, people think success is this long-term thing. You know, you have to work or you have to do something for a period of time, whereas the lotto is instant. And people think if something comes instantly, that's not successful. Or if somebody gives you something, that's not success. You feel what I'm saying? But we just said it's relative. If I can do what I want to do with my life and my money,
right.
even if it's dumped in my lap of no accord of my own,
Right.
can that still constitute success?
Financial success.
Financial success.
Right.
Yeah, if that's your definition.
Okay.
You know, remember the movie White Men Can't Jump?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Remember Rosie Perez's character?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What did she say? What was her goal?
Be on Jeopardy.
Be on Jeopardy.
And I'm going to be successful on Jeopardy.
Right. I just need to get on.
She said, my destiny is to thrive and to be successful on Jeopardy.
Right.
Not only am I going to make it, but I'm going to be on there and I'm going to win.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was her goal.
Right.
And that's what she did.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So in her mind, that was successful.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, if you decide I'm going to win the lottery,
right.
My goal is to win the lottery, and you play the lottery,
right,
and you win, you achieved your success.
You did it.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, what is financial success? Because you can win the lottery today and in 10 years be broke again, trying to play the lottery all over again, because they say the odds are against you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The numbers say statistically that the greater percentage of people that win the lottery, you check in with them 10 years later and they're broke.
Mm.
So if that's the case, is that financial success?
No,
or
it is
did
not.
you just accomplish a goal?
Oh, yeah.
Is your goal financial success to be able to purchase a house?
Right.
Right? Or is it to be able to purchase an island?
Right.
Mm.
Is it to buy a Lamborghini? Or is it to make sure that my grandson can afford a Lamborghini?
Right.
Okay. So you're saying success could either be achieving a goal or maintaining that goal. Because we can reach a goal, but can we maintain it? Like you said, my goal is to win the lotto. I just won $50 million. But can you maintain it?
Right.
Yeah.
I think, So
does Mike Tyson still have the belt?
Mm-mm.
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 Was he able to keep the belt throughout his entire prime?
No.
No, not his entire prime. No.
Is he any less of a champion?
No, he is not. Because I think Mike can still knock out plenty.
Right?
Right.
Roy Jones ended up getting knocked out a lot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is he any less of a champion? Was he still not successful?
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Right? Again, like I want to help some people.
Right.
Define success and chase your definition.
Yeah.
Because too many of us are chasing someone else's definition.
Right. True. Yeah, we are. You are absolutely right about that.
True. You're right.
Right? That's why the conversation is good and rich.
Right.
To help somebody understand you control the definition of success for your life, not me.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
I heard somebody ask one time. So I'm with I spent some time, with Gary Davis and Next Level Boys Academy, and we talk about success and achieving goals. And this one young man asked the question. He said, "What does success look like?" He asked that question. He said, "What does it look like?" Because his only definition or his only viewpoint of success is what he sees on a rapper's Instagram.
Right.
You feel me? Right. So, but we were men, we were talking about the different industries that we work in and the different careers that we have. He said, "Well, dude, what does success look like?"
Right.
And we were kind of dumbfounded because we were like, you know what? What does success look like?
Right.
Does it look like me? Does it look like Anthony? Does it look like Pastor? Like,
Right.
what does it look
What
like?
is-
And we
right.
had to spend a whole session
Right.
trying to decipher what does success look like.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, there are, so if somebody Google it, right? If I Google success, to me, before I even Google it, to me, success is setting goals and achieving my goals. Success for me really is being on the path to achieve my goals, feeling good about my progress, knowing that I am better today than I was yesterday.
Right.
Can I see the distance that I've traveled from when I set the goal? Right? Because here's what I'm saying. Success is a journey.
It is.
And for me, the evaluation is making sure that I'm on path, that I'm en route. And along that journey, I have intervals of celebration, of appreciation, of having accomplished certain milestones.
Right.
Feeling confident that what I've done is propelling me to my goal. What I'm doing is getting me closer.
I think, and that's some of the point I wanted to make. Just the, whatever that however you define your financial success or your goal, that you are doing that which will get you there, and not just trying to follow habits that are not that are not helping you, or do things
keep the conversation going. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes. Keep the conversation going.
No problem. That you're part of doing something that, that's going to get to your goal financially, like you're doing some level of work to get you to your goal, instead of just kind of spinning your wheels. Like, they tell you get up early, what's your goal in getting up early? Like, how's it going to help you toward that success? Is it just, I'm a pray, I'm seeking God, for something, like what's your plan in getting there? And I think that's kind of some of the basis. I mean, I'm glad you asked the financial goal is relative. You're right. Where, I'm trying to get to 10 billion. Somebody just want to get to 100,000, so it's relative. And, the key is the main thing I just wanted to kind of get out of this conversation, on top of what you brought or contributed, it's just, what is your focus? What is your purpose? Because like I said, we can follow habits, but if it's not helping you, or it's not part of what is going to get you there, you need to do what it's going to take for you to get there. Do the habits that help you get to your goal, and not just focused on what other people do to get to their goal. Like I know, like one motivation speaker, he get up at, what do you say, 4 a.m. I get up at 4 a.m. No alarm.
Congratulations.
In my mind, I'm like, 4? Like, I'm an early riser. I'm like, 4? Like, I don't get a 4.
If I'm up at 4 a.m., it's because I'm praying,
right?
Or because I got an early airplane flight.
So right,
and I haven't traveled in a while.
For me, if I'm up at 4 a.m., I'm going to the bathroom.
or the dog won't stop barking.
Right. That I never saw the correlation. I never understood the correlation of you got to get up super early in the morning to hard work or being successful. I get it.
But again, some people define success with how much productivity you have in your day.
Right.
True.
Right.
And so if there are 12 hours in a day, how many of those 12 hours did I put in work?
Right.
And I measure success by how many of the 12 hours I put in work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Look at this definition. Google's definition says the accomplishment success. The definition of success is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose.
Right.
All right. Merriam-Webster says the fact of getting or achieving wealth,
right,
respect, or fame. Now, Merriam-Webster's definition of success is self-serving.
Right.
I want to be famous.
Right.
Mhm.
I want to be wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be respected.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Number 2, the correct or desired result of an attempt.
Right.
Right?
Right.
What's the other one? So right here, I've just given you 4 different definitions,
Wow.
which validates the fact that success is relative,
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
because they can't even give you one single definition.
Right. Right. Right.
Right? So the fact of achieving or getting wealth, success came easily to him. The correct or desired result of an attempt.
Right.
Somebody says someone or something that is successful. Yeah, you think?
Right. Right.
Favorable or desired
Right.
outcome.
Right. Right.
Right? So if you are getting the outcomes that you're looking for, if you get the outcome of your day,
Right.
today's been a successful day.
Okay.
Ice Cube said today was a good day because there was no barking of the dog. There was no smog. That was an easy day.
And Mama cooked the.
Mom was cooking in the kitchen with no hog. She didn't cook pork today, so that would make today a good day. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what I'm saying is we overthink these things.
Mm-hmm.
When I got out of the military many years ago, I was talking to this guy, and I was like, I had been getting paid by Uncle Sam. I couldn't control my pay raise except to get a promotion with rank, right?
Right.
And when I came out of the military, I realized I didn't know what it was going to take to get to a certain amount of money outside of the military.
Right.
Because I hadn't been to college.
Gotcha.
I had no measurement.
Right.
Because in the military paid for everything.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So
he says, well, you need to make $40,000. Oh, okay. Well, what do I do to make 40? He's like, anybody out here trying to work in California, you need to at least be making $40,000. And all I kept saying was to do what?
Right.
He's like, we need to make 40. I'm like, he said, $40,000 is a nice round number. I said, based on what?
Right.
Right. He was like, what are you talking? I'm like, why is it 40? He's like, because that's a good amount. That's a good starting point. A good starting point for what?
Right.
And he got so angry with me. He's like, man, you ain't trying to make it. You ain't trying to get nowhere. Because he couldn't answer it.
Right.
Because somebody told him.
Right. This is what you need to be making. Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, $40,000 is great in LA if you live with your mama. Go out there and try to buy a house.
Right.
And you only make $40,000. And I'm saying this was in 1990.
Right.
Wow.
Right. So I'm saying like you actually needed more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
California.
Yeah. So it's, and if I had just stuck with his mentality,
right,
I'd be stuck in $40,000.
Right.
So his definition didn't work for me. David said, these weapons have not been tried by me.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I'm going to go with what I know.
Right.
Right.
I'm comfortable.
So again, define your version of success.
Right.
And live on that. Set your goal and work towards your goals or your goal or goals.
Definitely.
And set up milestones of achievement so that you can celebrate.
Definitely.
And never let anybody else try to tell you what success is for you.
Definitely.
Right. So let me ask a question to you both. If so, success is relative. Mm-hmm. What if would it be toxic or would it be incorrect for somebody to set a goal to be like someone else?
That's fine.
Somebody says, I want to be like Pastor, or I want to be like Anthony, I want to be like Shaq, that is my goal.
See, it's one thing to say I want to be like
success.
You see, you're saying it right. I want to be more like.
Right.
I'm not trying to be Shaq.
Them. Right.
I want to be more like. See,
like.
I have targets in my life. I have people that I look at. I'm like, wow, you know, I want to be more like.
Right.
If I could develop in this area,
Mhm.
you know, and I pull that from certain people. You know, I think everybody has to have a target because you'll never get there if you don't know what it looks like. That young man asked, "What does success look like?"
Yeah.
You know, find those targets that appeal to you.
Yeah.
And aim for those things.
Right.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You know, what does success look like to me?
Definitely.
What does success look like to you? Success means never having to say, "Hey, Siri."
What's up, Chris?
There's Chris.
Right. Oh man. I mean, yeah, definitely. Having the goal, like you see, you know, someone doing a particular thing. Like for me, honestly, you mentioned Shaq, that like his community service, some of the stuff I see him do, you know, that I do want to be able to emulate or do things like that. I saw him going to like a struggling record store, you know, and build business from there, because he was in there, you know, he bought like, was it like $5,000 worth of stuff, you know, like to support the business, and you know, and he encouraged other people to come down, and folks were coming down. He's like, "I'm down here, y'all come see me," you know, and people just came to see him. He's like, "And you gotta buy something," you know, like, so stuff like that, like, and he supports a lot. I don't know if he was running for sheriff in Henry County. I know at one point maybe he has been, but like he was. There's like a barbershop.
He was a deputy sheriff.
I don't think he was running for sheriff. He is a deputy.
He's a deputy. Okay.
Yeah, he's a deputy sheriff.
So
like, it has been for like 15 years, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think just the giving portion of what I see him do, I think I like him more now than I did when he was a rapper and ball player. So
yeah, but think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying I like him more now than when he was a rapper or a ball player.
Yeah.
And that's never been who he is or who he was. Those were always things that he did.
Right. Of course.
See, who he is so much larger than basketball, and his life validates that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, basketball was just an on-ramp for him to be able to do the things that he wanted to be able to do. He wanted to be successful in basketball so that he could have the things he wanted in life.
Right. He told the story about hopefully I can find it. He told the story about, you know, when you sign for NBA, you get a lot of financial planners that are trying, you know, that they allow to come in and talk to you. He said, you know, everybody was coming to me like, "Hey, I could turn," he said, "turn like 3 million into 30 million." You know, he's like all a flash. He said, then this old Jewish guy came to me. He said, "Listen, I can take your money and pretty much double it over the course of your whole career. And you will never have to struggle for money. You won't have to worry about money afterwards." He said, "I'm going with you." You know, he said, "I'm gonna invest conservatively." He said, "We'll make some smart investments, you know." And we'll get.
He also did this. He said, "Somebody told me if you want to be successful financially, take your pay, and do this." He said, one guy said, "Put this aside, and live off of this."
Right.
Shaq said, "The guy that got my attention was the guy who said, put this aside, put this aside,
and live off of this,
and live off this."
Right.
And Shaq said, "That's the dude."
Right. So it's so like we were talking about. We're talking about the hard work is the only road to success, and I started off with just, you know, making smart decisions as far as like focused, and whatever you're trying to get to, make sure your day is filled with reaching those goals. And because, you know, there's about 10 million YouTubes about success and people in certain areas of life and all of the big names we know. But you know, like we mentioned today, and I'm glad Pastor kind of threw that in, threw me off a little bit, but success is relative. You know, when you started talking about the goals, I was like, I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
I had to sit back, you know, and reposition myself a little bit. Like, okay, I wasn't ready for that one. But yeah, just you know, it's relative. Whatever your idea of financial success is. And listen, but it's okay to reach high, because sometimes it's like, I don't really need to reach that high. Like if you feel like this is what you want to get to, and you see it in your mind and you see it in your heart, then that's it. And you just gotta work towards it. What can I do to get me there? You know, crunch the numbers, like 5 years. what do I need to do to get there? If everything just fell into place, what do I need to do to get there? And work towards it. Because even if it took you 6, like you still made it, you know. So so and do those things, make those steps, you know, like we said, like Pastor was saying, success is defined by those milestones, you know, everything. Oh man, yeah, I got this. I made it here. I did this. You know, you never know what God has in store for you. You never know what crazy thing God is showing you that you may not feel qualified for, that if you just position yourself can happen. That's it. That's it. All right. So appreciate you guys rocking and hanging with us. This time went kind of fast. Appreciate you rocking and hanging with us. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Make sure you hit the share. If you're in the YouTube space, make sure you give us the like. It helps with the algorithms. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're on Facebook, go to YouTube and subscribe too. All right. So we look forward to seeing you guys same time, same channel. Know that we love you. God loves you more. Continue to be safe. And Doctor, always do the right thing. All right. We'll see you in the AM. It's Freestyle Friday. All right, guys. Peace out. As always, we love you. Know that God loves you more. Stay safe. Thank you guys for rocking, hanging, being. Make sure sharing is caring. All of my replay peoples that watch in the background that I know see